Hey, evangelist.
Pastor go before Vicky.
Who is this one?
According to her petition, she says she indicated before you.
Okay, no wahala. Energy,
You
you
that
are going.
you that just came now. Oh, evangelist. I'm tired and I've lost my line of thought, but I will just try to see where I'll pick up from. How are you feeling?
I'm doing good.
I see you have a problem with spiritual leaders. Yeah, you have a problem with spiritual leaders urging Christians to give. Do you? At what point should a Christian not give?
There is no point.
There is no point. You have contradicted yourself. Why then do you have a problem with spiritual leaders urging the Christians to give?
I'm saying that you don't impose, you don't force them. You understand? That is the work of Christ. You don't force people to do something. You understand? But if Christ himself minister into them, they can actually do it.
When you say force, are you saying that they are held on gunpoint, or the spiritual leaders are pointing out verses in the book where Christ urged them to give?
Even though you tell them the verse, they just see it. They will do it, but they don't have the understanding of what they are doing.
Who are you to tell Christians, adults, that they don't have the understanding of what they are doing?
Okay, you think that being in spiritual aspect is about age, right?
My question is, who are you to tell a Christian who is an adult that she or he doesn't know what they are doing?
I'm a believer, so I have the right to call people to order that, see, what you people are doing is totally wrong. So, what's
At
that?
what point should they not give?
There is no point because the scripture said we should give,
So
but you don't have to force
point
it.
are you calling them to order?
See, this thing is simple. Introduce Christ to people and Christ will do the finished work. That's all.
God, I beg. Introduce Christ to the people, right? And Christ will do the finished work.
Yes.
That's what he said. Have you ever preached about giving? Have you ever?
No.
That means you have never asked anybody to give.
When it comes to ministry, we don't impose it.
I never ever talked about imposing. I asked a very straightforward answer. Do you give about giving? You say no. I say okay. Have you ever asked anybody to give?
Have I ever asked anybody to give? I don't understand. Can you just break it down? What do you mean that anyone to give?
Have you asked any Christian or anybody to donate or contribute or support the work of God, or give offering or give tithes, any sort?
Don't do that. Well, I've told you that if Christ is inside of them and you tell them that we are going to a journey, you will not force them that you bring 10,000, you bring 20,000, you bring 30,000. It's the Lord that will go and touch their hearts to do that.
Okay, so your baseline is this. Tell them, give offering, give tithe, support the work of God. Don't just tell them what to give, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm a pastor and someone volunteers a private jet, not volunteer basically, dash or gives me a private jet, if I accept that private jet, have I sinned?
This is personal issue. If it is me, I will tell the person to go and sell it and give me the money because I will go out to evangelize and people are hungry. That's what I will say. Personal issue, if it is me.
I didn't put you in this equation myself. I said me, Vicky. Let's assume I'm a preacher or a pastor or an evangelist and someone gives me a private jet, right? Please, if I accept this private jet, have I done anything wrong?
I don't know your motive now. So since I don't know your motive, what concern me? I don't know. I don't know your motive.
Okay, do you know what private jets are used for?
Tell me, I don't know.
It's used for traveling. It's a means of transportation, and it's something that you use to fly across the country, across the continent. If I have a private jet right now and I want to go and preach in the US, right? All I need to do is to jump inside my private jet and I'm in US the next in a couple of hours. Is a means of transportation. Why do you think I should? Why do you think it's more, is okay, it's better that you should sell it? That I should sell it and give you the money.
Me, I'm different from pastor. I'm different from it. I'm an evangelist, so I
Yes,
go
I'm
into
bringing it to you now. I'm bringing it down to you now. Why do you think it's more sound that you sell it and then use the money to evangelize?
because I'm an evangelist, for crying out loud. I'm not a pastor.
Don't
To
you
the
think
field.
and I already told you what you can use that private jet to do. Private jets can help you to leave your comfort zone.
But for me,
You can
I will.
actually use that private jet now. Listen now. You can
Shebi, I'm
actually
talking for myself. You can't put word in my mouth now. I'm talking for myself. Me, I'm going to sell it and use it to do evangelism because I know a lot of people that are hungry in a village. That's what I will do. If I want to travel, I will have to take a aeroplane.
Okay. I respect that. My next question is this. Please, what do you think about the past what's it called? Choosing GO. Shebi, that they are the GO.
His name, I don't know his name. They lost choosing, right?
Mocha, Pastor Mocha.
Me, I don't know. What are you asking?
Do you have a discernment spirit?
I've not asked about him.
You don't. I don't understand. You've not asked about your discernment spirit.
Not asked about him from God. That who is he?
What have you observed? What have you observed about him? The observation. I know you've not asked. I respect that, but what's the observation? What have you observed?
Me, I don't know. I don't know anything about the Lord choosing. So I don't think I can say anything about the Lord choosing.
Do you know their members?
People come across their members. I don't have relationship with their members before.
I say you're lying. I don't know why you need to lie.
You and me, I don't understand.
Because you and I, you can't tell me that you don't know Pastor Mocha. That's lie. I don't know why.
I know him from afar now, but I don't have
That's what
relationship
I'm
with
saying. Your observation. I don't want to use
I
my
can't say
voice. I'm
anything
so tired.
about him now. I can't say anything about him.
Okay. You keep running. I wouldn't chase you because I'm tired. You said you don't think. How did you even put it? You said it's not okay for a spiritual leader to be a politician, right?
Eve is not yet powerful.
What is this powerful thing? Can you, are you powerful?
By the grace of God now.
So you're powerful. Can you be a politician?
If the Lord asks me to, I will. But if he did not, I will not go.
How will he ask you to? What do you think he would say?
You know, I can't tell you things you have no experience of. So can you
So
just
why then did you say plain blank that spiritual leaders should not be politicians? Why? You are just all over the place. When you reach your turn, is
Vicky?
you go. When you
I'm
reach your
saying
turn, you
that
will find a way
a
to squeeze
man,
yourself
no,
inside.
don't put what I said. A man,
No,
cannot be a man that is not yet a lion cannot go into a lion den. It is not possible.
I think that God killer asked you this thing. You said it plain blank. You said it. You said spiritual leaders are not supposed to be politicians. They should not. They should be separate parts. Like they should not be in the same.
What I said, what I'm saying is that even though the church has not gotten it right, the church leaders has not gotten it right, and they want to go into politics. As how now?
Which of the church leaders have not gotten it right? Which of them?
If the church leader has gotten it right, why is it that there is so much? Don't let us go there.
So
You are
you
you, you
have
are
not
not a
got.
lion yet. You
So
want to go into the den of lion. You are just only
you
view things from physical
wait
aspect.
wait
Let's
wait
go
wait
into
wait
in depth
wait.
of politics.
Chai,
Let's see
I'm
how
tired.
politics looks like now. What are you saying? Do you think
I'm
that
tired.
politics in Nigeria is about politics in USA? Do you know how many sacrifices that they make here in Africa?
Hmm. Do you know the politics of the old? Okay, let's look at the Old Testament in the Bible. Please, tell me, Joseph. Who did Joseph work under? Did he work under a servant of God? Like the person he worked under, was it a child of Yahweh or a servant of Yahweh, or was he?
Vicky, understand me.
Answer
Africa
my
here.
question. No, 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 no.
Don't 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 just put me in one corner. Listen
I
attentively.
don't move
You
from
cannot
that
tell me
place.
being a child of
Wait
God to go
now,
into politics in
see
Africa
wahala.
here. In Africa here,
So
it is
where do you
not
want to go?
possible.
Where another pagan don already arrange for you? That's where you
What
want
is
to go. You want to go where another pagan has arranged for you. Where is serele werele, where they're already on track. You cannot fix. You cannot fix. You want to come and perch on what
you
has been
don't know
fixed.
about politics here in Africa. You're only
Baba,
saying things
answer my
from
question first.
you want to compare Pharaoh with what is this guy name with Joseph then. Do you see any well don't go there or don't just compare Africa politics
Where
here.
do you
Do you
want
know how
me
many
to
sacrifice
go?
they make? We are not saying
Where
what
do
I
you
don't
want me
understand.
to go?
I don't
Do you know
know.
what? Do you know what God taught about light? The light of the world. They say they no fit hide on her. So you are telling me that if they put you inside unbelievers go hide you. They will dim your
That is
light.
not what I'm saying. Try and
What are you
understand
saying?
me here. Now, this is Africa here, right? There are a lot of huge sacrifice that they make in Africa.
So you
Me
cannot
coming
make
as
a
a Christian,
difference.
wait,
So
let me talk now. Let me land. Me being a Christian, coming into politics, they are going to tell me that these are the huge sacrifice they actually make. That I'm
so
also
if you
going to
tell
make
them
that
you
huge
cannot
sacrifice.
do it, if you tell them you
And if
will
I tell
not.
them I cannot do it and I've known their secret, do you think that what are you saying? Don't go
So they
there.
wanna
I'm
life you,
talking
meaning
out of
that your life is
experience.
not even safe in the hands of God. So
I'm
your
talking out
life
of
is not
experience
safe.
here. You don't have the
So
experience
your
you are
life
talking.
is not safe in the hands of God.
I'm talking out of experience, Oga. I'm telling you here, both I'm telling you that there is no pastor in this nation that will tell me that he wants to go into politics that I'm not going to introduce sacrifice to that person.
Mm.
What are you saying? I'm talking out of experience here. Don't tell me what you don't know.
Do you know Daniel in the Bible? Do you remember the story of Daniel?
See, don't go into Bible with African. Please just leave that for Mataya. I'm talking out of experience here. Leave that one.
Where do you want me to enter? See, wahala. Baba, do you know Daniel? Yes or no? They don't throw you inside den, lions den, guy. Waiting you they talk, waiting you they yarn for here. They don't
Okay.
throw you
I will
inside
just
lions den, Baba.
Okay. I know you are just talking from the phrase. You are not going in depth of it. That is why I'm talking out of
How
experience.
else do you want me to go in depth? How else do you
You
want
are
me to
not
go
going
in
in
depth?
depth now. You want to compare African politics than any other country politics. Are you
So the
whining me?
worst
Why is it
politics
that
the worst politics. Oh my time, god damn it. So the worst politics that have ever existed is African politics.
okay, you Vic, I want you to come down to Nigeria, and actually go into politics. You will see what they are doing there.
I don't understand. What are they doing?
You can't know. Okay, why is it that Tinubu, upon they voted, it was Tinubu that entered?
So you cannot make a change, you
Telling
as a
them that
Christian. So you are no longer a light.
and what are you saying? Before I make the this thing, I also need to be strong in Christ first before taking
So
a
you are
step.
not
That's
strong
what I'm
in
trying to
Christ.
say. The Lord does not come into politics now. Assuming the Lord come into politics, I'm going to go.
Do you think the Christians who are in politics, or the spiritual leaders who are in politics, God called them into politics?
They might add the voice of God that he instructed them to go into politics now.
So God knows that they are fit to go into politics, right?
Now,
Good. So why do you have a problem with spiritual leaders who we can see now that they are into politics?
see, don't misquote me. I say you can't go into a lion den without you not being a lion first. That's what I'm saying. Don't you understand what I'm saying?
So Adeboye, is he a lion?
Oh, I did not know. What I know is what I will say.
So we know, we know that he's a politician, right? He's into politics, right? Now,
I don't know.
why are you doing this?
That me, I did not know. We even Google it here.
Okay, can we
It's
now
like,
talk about? I want to talk about the ones you know. In the Bible, you say no, make I come out there. I don't they talk about where do you even want me to enter now with this conversation? Where do you want me to enter with this conversation? You don't want us to talk about the things going on around us. If I go there, you say no, we can't go there. I enter inside Bible. Where do you want us to go?
that time we are talking about Daniel, right? Even though Nebuchadnezzar, he was a man of an idol, right? And Daniel was there to just shed light to him, right? But yeah, you can't compare it to Africa.
So our own
You
era.
understand
That's what
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying now. You're making me understand that this our era is worse than theirs.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Really? What are you using to measure it? What statistics? So how did you come to that? To that
I'm talking
conclusion?
out of experience. Okay, now let me give you a scenario physically. In the aspect of Tinubu, right? He said even though you voted or you don't vote for him, that is going to enter. Did you know what he did that made him utter that statement?
Tell me what he did.
Don't let us go there.
Me, I'm telling you, tell me what he did. Say no, let us go there. Where do you want us to go now? Evangelist, lead me where you want us to enter. Let's go there.
Do that particular aspect. So you now screen record me. So everywhere they will not say that
Record you. Let's
they are
enter
not
there.
about
No,
their
no, no, no.
secrets.
You've
They will not come
dribbled
for
me
me.
enough. No, you've
No,
dribbled me
no, no.
enough. No,
I know
let's
they
go
go.
there. No, 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 no.
I
We
know
must
they
go there.
go.
Let's go there. You have to tell me what they did.
You don't have to
You
know. You
have
don't
to
have to know.
tell me
Just
what
know what
Tinubu
you
did.
did.
Let's enter there. Because every angle you know what enter. Let's
You
enter
don't
there. I'm
have
tired
to
of you
know.
dribbling me.
I'm not dribbling you. There are some things I need to be careful of. You understand?
I'm listening to you. Oh. Please continue. Tell me what he did.
Of
But
my mouth.
you can't leave me in the dark now. What's up with you? You can't leave me in the dark.
Not say
Are you there? Our time is up. Oh.
Okay. Oh
Vicky,
damn. Yeah, my time is
let me
up. I
want
don't know
to
if
take
host
you
is
there.
there. Is there.
Let her not drop inside water. Inside river.
Alright, thank you so much, Daskife. Thank you, Evangelist.
Thank you. Oh, who is next? I think
My
Hatebe.
last one was even about the Titan thing.
Okay, start theology. You can go now.
Evangelist, good morning. Okay, it's afternoon now. Afternoon, how are you doing? Okay, I don't agree with your view on politics and money because you are using personal experience as against scripture. First of all, you keep saying that you have to be spiritual before you go in. Do you think politics is require more spirituality than ministry? Let's start from there.
Oh my
No, it's a
God.
simple thing. It's a simple thing. You don't need to laugh. Do you think going into ministry, because ministry is an affront against darkness, do you think it's more deadly than? Do you think politics is more deadly than ministry?
I believe that ministry is more deadly than policy.
So if that is the case, then why are you are using your personal bias to pose it and say this? You can say, I think what you should have said is that I don't like politics, but you can't say a Christian or a leader should not go into politics, because most of the fundamentals of freedom and rights that we have today was because Christians went into politics.
Trying to say. What I'm saying,
That's what you've been saying. You've been
we are
saying
not
that,
doing that.
a Christian is not strong enough before they go into politics. So how did you come
What
to
I'm
that
saying
conclusion?
is that, see, that art theology. What I'm saying is that if you are not a lion, you can't go into lion den. Who are you that
But
you
if you
that
are
you
also
want
not
to
a lion, you can't be a leader, because the Bible made it very clear. First Timothy chapter 3, that a leader must not be a new convert. It must be someone who holds fast to the doctrines of faith. It must be a matured person. So for you to be a minister, so if we are, because again, what you are pushing now is what Papa Kumuyi and the rest of them push in the 80s that led Nigeria into where we are today. They told Christians to stay away from politics, and other people took over, and now we are suffering what they taught 40 years ago. Because
actually I've dropped it here. It seems that you don't understand where I'm coming from. I don't like
everybody understand what you've been saying, because again, you putting that
no.
notion out there that Christians should not go
I've
into
dropped it.
politics
I've
destroy the
dropped it.
entire
I've dropped it.
argument.
I have dropped
So,
it. I will not say much
so you
more.
have considered now that what you said now was wrong, because
I
Christians should
didn't
go into
consider that
politics
what I
if you
said
want to.
was wrong.
You
I've
said
dropped
it's
it.
wrong.
And
No,
I
you
know I
can't
don't
drop
consider
it.
that it
No,
was wrong.
evangelist, you made a claim. You made a claim here in public
Art
to say
theology.
Christians should not
This
go into
is
politics,
art
and we
theology.
have seen.
Art theology. This is not a believer platform. This
No,
is a
this not
business
no
platform.
politics
I
has
will
nothing
not.
to do with believers. No, we are
No,
not
no,
talking about
no.
doctrines of faith. We are talking about what affects your children, my children, what affects everybody. If you say people that have the fear of God should not go into politics, so when unbelievers go there, then we are not expecting righteous judgment from unbelievers. Make it make sense. Because if they make policy, you and I suffer from the policy, the ungodly policy that they make. Look at Nigeria today. We said Christians should not go into politics. See 45 years down the line now, we are suffering. Because one person taught a distorted theology that Christians have no business in politics. See us, we are suffering now. We now want to run out of Nigeria to other countries where Christians created the foundation to create a stable nation. So this kind of theology is bad because it affects you and I.
Art theology. There are some things that we women be see. We did not go deep in what we
Like
are
how?
saying. You
Like
only
how?
talk based on the surface and due to, how will I say it? Maybe just because you are angry that believers are supposed to be there. Now let's look at in
No,
the
not the
aspect of
believer. The scripture said
Osibanjo.
believers are supposed to be there because
Wait,
it said when the
let's
righteous
look at
rule,
the aspect of
the people will
Osibanjo.
rejoice.
Let's, maybe we are going into politics. Let's look at in the aspect of Osibanjo now. He have the ability to do more, but he was
He
unable
can't
to
do
do
more. He
more.
was a
Why?
vice president. He can't do anything.
He can't
Vice
do
president
anything.
is just,
Okay,
yes,
what
vice
about
president
Goodluck?
does not have real authority except the
Fashola?
president. Except the president. Except the president is indisposed.
What are
Vice
we not
president
saying?
only has power
You
when the
can't, you,
president is
archaeology, wait.
indisposed.
You can't tell me that as a believer and the president that is there is unbeliever. How are we going to work together? We won't be able to work together because me, I'll be using the heart of
Listen,
Christ. You will be using
evangelist.
another thing
I
now.
think what you do is that you need to go and study government and understand how
Okay.
government work.
Okay.
See, system, when you have a system of major representation, you can force the government to do some certain things. That's what we are seeing around the world today. If you have 90% of unbelievers in power and 10% of Christians, it's not going to work. But if you have 40 to 50%, if there is a balance, you can fight legislation. You change nations by legislation, not by praying. Because you keep saying, we want to go and pray. Everybody that prayed in the Bible, there were people in power causing the change. You pray and then you put policies in place. If you like, pray from yet in Jesus' come and you don't have policies in place, they will override you. And that's what we are seeing in Nigeria now. So we keep saying, let us pray, let us pray. Prayer does not change things if you are not willing to work. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and every other person, Joseph and every other person that we saw in scripture, was it just by prayer they changed system? You are telling us not to get involved in it. That's why we are suffering today. Because when you are
theology, that is not what I'm saying. Try and balance my point.
Everybody heard you now. That's what you have been saying. That's what you have been saying.
Take it
Christians
easy.
should not go into politics. What are you saying?
See, what? Okay, I've had you. Anything you like, say. I'm done. I'm not saying
anything I like. I say because you and I are suffering from this system. You and I are suffering from this wrong theology. I'm a Christian like you. How can you say Christians should not go into politics? But when unbelievers go there and make policies that put Christians at a disadvantage, they will not be crying as though God in heaven does not hear prayer. How can you say Christians should not go into politics? Politics is what shape the culture and the shape of a nation. You say Christians should not go into a place that will shape what your children, my grandchildren, and great-grandchildren will live in. Then we are just supposed to be quiet. So what are you saying?
I've been talking since. You know, politics is a dirty game, right? You can't compare politics.
It's dirty because we left it to the unbelievers.
Let me say something.
You asked me a question. Politics is not a dirty game. I don't agree that politics is a dirty game.
Right? Now, in Africa here, let's talk out of what? Out of perspective. Let's come back to our country here. And let's leave others' country. You understand? You know, in this country that we are here now, we call it Africa, right? Now, in our own president that want to enter now, he said that even though you vote, and you don't vote, vote does not count anything. Now, for we now to change the system, we need someone that is righteous, that is going to change that system. Someone that have passed through a lot of persecution that will change that system. You cannot tell me that a baby Christian will go into politics and is not going to fall. What are you saying?
Okay, fine. Now let me educate you on how government work. Like I said, I think you need to read about government. You keep saying Africa, Africa, as though demons in Africa are more special than demons everywhere. There are demonic entities everywhere. The ancient Babylon had more demonic entity than even where we are today. Today we have the gospel. We have the power of the gospel. We have the power of Christ to push back. But in ancient time, it was not like that. So now let me educate you why it has always been that ruthless men has always been the one to rule. Because how did the last president that we are suffering under his government today, how did he take over power? It was the judiciary. Because why? The people that were there were his own people. So, but if we had Christians as the judge, as the lawyers and everything, they would have been able to push back. Was it not the court that actually sit to make sure that he remained the president? So this is what I'm saying. When you leave every forms of government to the hands of unbeliever, then you will not be praying that God will not use the unbeliever to give you a righteous judgment. I think to me that's madness. Because you can't tell me that people who are in the same club, who are seeking to take over power, you don't want your own people to go there. Then you are not expecting. How did the last election people came out to vote? Did they not come out? Did you see for the first time, look at the number of people that turned out to vote. But did the vote amount to anything? Why? Because the people who we call out the result and the people who we eventually sit over the affairs of it were people who were not of God. And at the end of the day, what happened? The entire process, the struggle, the suffering of everybody went down the drain because there was not equal representation. So if we keep pushing this notion as our forebears pushed it for 40, 45 years, that Christians should not go into politics, now we are seeing now that Christians are like the minority in Nigeria. Anything can happen to a Christian today. Nothing is going to happen. Why? Because the people who are enforcing these laws belong to the people who are persecuting us. So if you say Christians should just be quiet, oh, you know, Nigeria politics is so dirty. Who made it dirty? Politics became dirty because Christians left it to unbelievers. Unbelievers have all the card. So why should another religion, if you want to join the army now practically you have more chances of joining the army if you are a Muslim than if you are a Christian. Why? Because most of the people who are writing at these recruitment and others belong to that faith. So this is one thing I admire about Islam. Islam seems to take over and has equal representative. We just hide in the wall of the church and say, let's just keep preaching the gospel. Will you have a chance to preach the gospel if the entire policies of the nation has made it unbearable for you to practice your faith?
I've been talking. Can I say
Please.
something? Good. Even though that you are shouting that all believers are in politics, now, even though many of them are into politics, right?
How many
Yet,
believers? How many well-known
wait,
believers are in politics?
let me talk
No,
now.
you're saying that. So
You
give
have
us
been
a number. Give
talking
us a
now.
number.
You talked and I kept quiet. So let me
I asked
talk.
you a question. I want you to answer. How many believers
What's
are in
your
politics?
please let me talk. There's something I want. Let me reach to where I'm going. Please, I beg you, please. Now, if you look at the aspect of local federal government, we can see believers there. If you look in the aspect of lawyers also, believers are also there. There is nowhere angle that believers are. But what me I'm trying to say is that you want to be the president of this country. Now, many of the believers, they are fucked up. Now, you being a president of the whole country, you want to go into a lion den. You have to be what? A lion yourself. Because the politics that they were doing there before you arrive, you need to flush everything out before you cannot bring what they call righteous and godly politics into the game. That is what I'm trying to say. Please try and understand me. And if you don't understand me, I'll keep quiet and not talk again.
Evangelist, I understand what you have said, but what you have said is putting us at a disadvantage because you keep saying you need to. So when is it going to happen? Because what you are doing now is called wishful thinking. You are wishing that one day, these unbelievers will not repent. One day, they will not give Christians opportunity. One day, it does not happen like that. You have to push back. Look at around the world, even within Christianity, you and I have a Bible today to read for ourselves because people push back and we're willing to give their life. If the reformers have just kept quiet and said, let the Catholic Church just continue to do what they are doing, let them interpret the Bible the way they want to interpret it, you and I will not be reading the Bible to know that salvation is by grace alone, faith alone. It was because people push back. If we keep pushing this thing of let's just require politics a dirty game, when is it going to change? Or the suffering, is it not touching everybody?
Theology. Even though someone said here that the president, the first lady here, is a believer, did anything change in Nigeria? Nothing changed.
Evangelist, what are you saying? First lady position is not a power position.
So
It's just that you are
first lady cannot do anything. First
She
lady
cannot
cannot
do
do
anything.
anything. So she cannot do anything as a believer.
Evangelist,
What
please.
are you saying,
Please,
your theology?
go and read about government and policy. You cannot come here and be telling us that first lady position. What has first lady position got to do with? Does first lady does she have
There is
any
no
constitutional
believer
power?
in the place of power. All believers are what? They are scattered
They are
everywhere. They
not
are not a believer. They are just calling themselves a believer. Has anything changed? Nothing has changed. What are you
Evangelist,
saying?
evangelist,
They come into politics. Nothing will change because all of them, they don't have
evangelist,
the Christ line.
you don't listen. You are hard on proving your point, but your point doesn't have any base because the people who are in the helm of affair of these countries are not Christians. What are you saying? Christians are lawyer. Anybody can be a lawyer.
What are you saying that they are not Christian? What are you
So how
saying?
many?
You say that there is
Give me
no
a
there's no
name.
Christian in politics.
Give me a name of a prominent Christian who is in any
Okay.
position of power in Nigeria politics today. I'm waiting for you. Give me
Okay.
5.
I'm coming.
Please give me 5
Names of what?
names of Christians that are in the top position in Nigeria today that are calling the shot in terms of policy of this country. Please give me their names. From
I'm
the
coming.
legislature to the judiciary, to the executive, please give me their names. All the top people that occupy the top position of Nigeria, that decide the policy of Nigeria. Please give me the Christians or the pastors that are there.
You said Olusegun Obasanjo. No, sorry. Yemi Osinbajo.
Yeah,
Right?
Osinbajo was the vice president. He's the past president. He's not there. I said today, as at now. Because we are playing a card of 99% unbelievers, 1% Christian, and then we say Christians are there. If you can't do nothing, if you don't have the numbers, there is strength in numbers. We are allowing them take over, telling people to stay away from politics for 40 to 45 years. Look at the suffering now. Christians are being
Okay.
killed every day. We can't talk.
I'm not saying you. It is you that you are not getting me right. Me, I'm not saying that they should not go into politics.
Evangelist, I
But what
am
I'm
not.
saying is that
Listen, listen. You are taking it personal. I am not attacking you as a person. I
are
am
they
attacking.
actually
Wait,
qualified?
listen.
Wait, at theology, are they qualified to be in that position? Let's think of it. Are they qualified?
Yes, Christians are qualified. There are
How?
more than
They are
enough Christians
qualified.
that are qualified to go into politics.
They
Politics
are
is no
qualified.
more dirty.
But
Politics
even
is
though,
no more
if
dirty than
now wait,
ministry. If
okay,
Christians can go into
wait.
ministry, they can also go into politics.
Now, when we are talking about Pastor Adeboye Abi, they were saying that, I mean, I did
I'm
not
not
know.
talking about
They
Pastor
were,
Adeboye.
wait,
Those ones, they
see,
are
there's
old men.
something
I'm
I
talking
want
about
to
young people.
say. Wait, see, calm down now. Even though he's even this thing, I know he might like put one of his youth aspect into that particular politics aspect, but we don't actually know about that. That one aside, what I'm trying to say is that listen attentively to me. Now, you also want to go into politics, theology, because you know
I
more
never
about
said I'm going
it.
into politics.
No, I'm assuming now that you
Okay,
know
okay.
that
Guys,
Ife, wait,
That's fine.
that
your time
Ife,
is up.
that
That's
Let me
fine.
give
Ife,
you let me give you
you now
three
have five
minutes
minutes.
so that you can use
Oh
it
yeah,
to
please give
finalize.
Evangelist
Yeah.
5 minutes to say what you want to say.
No, 3 minutes.
Is that
3 minutes.
Shut up
okay?
now,
3 minutes.
5 minutes. That Ife, you dey want me? Not be 5 minutes. They give everybody.
Oh yeah, Evangelist, quickly use your time. Oh yeah, tell me so that I
So
can, if I can respond to
so
you.
you are now saying
Your
that
3 minutes is counting. No, better use it.
better shut up, Jare. So you are trying to tell me that now, as a believer, even though you said there is no Christian in politics or any other thing,
I said we
because
don't have the numbers. I
we
said we
don't
don't have
we
the numbers. That's
okay
what I'm
we
saying.
don't
In
have
terms of end of
now
affair.
those set of people that leader, that religious leader, can they not step in and do one or two things? It shows that they know what they have seen there. That is why they are stepping back. That is what I'm
They
trying
are,
to say.
listen,
We are
evangelists.
not prepared now. We
Wait,
are not
listen.
prepared to go into that place.
Papa Adeboye is an APC member. He's well known in this country. So let's not act oblivious as though we don't know.
But you said, well, no problem. That man, you can continue. Me, I
He's
don't
an
tire.
APC member, but again, being a member of a political party does not mean that you have the power to create a change. I am saying, if we don't have people in the when I mean hem of Africa, I'm not saying that you belong to a political affiliation. I am saying we have the Muslims are agitating that they want power. They want to have their people in government. The church is saying we don't need people there. And then when they eventually make the change, we will now be complaining that the Muslims are taking over everything because they make platform for their people to get there. The church, we just believe, let's preach the gospel, and there is all there is to it. But the answer is no. If you read the Acts of the Apostles, there were people in Caesar's council that were Christians. Theophilus, Honorable Theophilus, was
Don't
it a
go. She don't
politics?
go. Save your energy, my brother. She don't disappear.
Okay.
Eh,
Evangelists don't run away, and I want to engage you. Well, no problem. So this
Okay.
special engagement
Don't tire, una know him.
is not tired now. Now I want to engage you, but no problem. I thought I would have fun today. No fun for me. So Dark Man,
Mm,
special engagements, right? Right.
yes.
Fire down, fire down.
Thank you. Yes, kingdom.
I'll run.
No run, no kingdom.
Oh yeah, fire on. If you pass my power, I go run. You know, say I don't like talk politics for public.
Yes,
But no,
well,
fire
now
on.
that one. Yeah, there's echo in your
Well,
background.
proceed without caution.
Yes, I'm proceeding without caution. Forgive evangelist. He doesn't know too much about government. I know a bit. I think we can rub mind to the ones we know. Kingdom. Make we just rub mind, especially in Nigeria. And let's just.
But take it easy with me.
I'll take
You know,
it easy
you
with.
know, say now you are running nowadays. So
Yes. This one, but your audio is a bit poor as compared to how it used to be before. It used to be a lot better.
yeah, okay. Make I connect my Bluetooth.
I beg.
I did one corner of house. The children, their man live there with me. And you know, say
I
school
can
never
imagine.
resume. The
I
noise
can
too much. I don't
imagine.
tire.
Now you put them there. Now you bring them to this life. Now you will carry your problem. When you they do the do
I
you they
don't
enjoy.
tire.
When you they do the do you they enjoy am. Now the reward don't come
No,
for
they're
you.
not.
Bear the.
My partner tell me he not give me the full detail. Now
Hey,
my partner I blame.
you know be
I
a
dey-
Jebota. You know be a Jebota pikin now. Your children are Jebota pikin. Or you be a Jebota pikin.
Baba, they are. No, now in between I did.
Your spoon knows silver, but it knows still be
No,
iron condemned.
now wooden spoon,
Okay,
and now
wooden
we dey
spoon.
try with a silver coating now, so that I go
Okay,
turn to
okay.
gold later.
Yes, I can imagine. The children of now not gonna know what God do for them. Anyways, talking about government, Nigerian government especially, you say there are no
Yeah.
believers there. How do you mean there are no
No,
believers there?
no, I didn't say they are no believer there. I said we don't have maximum equal representatives of
How? Do we have
Christians
more
in government.
do we have more unbelievers that we have more
No, when I use the term
believers?
unbelievers, uh, putting people of other religion in the same gap when I use the word
So
unbelievers.
the people of
So
other
if you
faith,
look,
okay, you count them
I said I
jointly.
just use it for the sake, for the sake of the conversation. Now,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying, Dark man.
Mm,
You are a resting Christian. So let me not say retired because you still join the heavenly race. We
mm,
dey pray for you. So this is what I'm saying. When we were growing up, Dark man, like
mm,
30, 40 years ago, we remember
mm.
that the theology of Christians in Africa, people like Papa Kumuyi and the rest, was like Christian cannot go into politics. You remember that I say if you even talk self, you can't even go to church. Unlike now, when people they come church say support me and all that. Back then,
Mm.
you can't say you are a Christian, you want to go into politics
Yes,
because,
aside.
like evangelist is saying, politics is a dirty game. It's the
Okay,
game of the devil. So
okay.
they took us away from this thing. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe if you say pastors, they not going into politics, but Christians were going into politics. If we look Nigerian, this is
I'm not
starting.
talking about now. I'm talking about 30,
Yes,
40 years ago when we
yes.
were much younger.
Yeah,
But
I
how
want
many
to take
Christians
you.
did politics then?
I want to take you down the line now. 30 years, as you mentioned. If we check,
Okay.
if we check 30 years, by then we had independence already, isn't it?
Yeah.
And did we have a military? When did we start having our democracy?